what is the correct amount and also the right temperature to do the nanoplasty. Welcome to the SOS Flora. My name is MJ. I'm a nanoplasty specialist and I'm here today to teach you hairdresser how to achieve the OMG effect in any hair type. So welcome to this live today. I feel that I haven't seen you guys for 15 years. I miss you all very, very much. And today I'm going to be teaching you the right temperature and also the right amount of product. I know that many of you already use this Fluoractive. Some of you are starting on this nanoplasty journey, and I'm very excited to be teaching you guys. I know, Lee, it's been ages. I miss you. I'm just correcting my lashes because it looks horrible in this video. Okay, so let's go to my babies, and I'm gonna talk about them today because a lot of you have a lot of questions about amount of products, the right amount, and also temperature. I don't know how many times I've been on trainings and people ask me all the time, what is the right temperature? What should I do? And today I'm gonna give you guys some guidelines that will be able to finally help you in regards to the right temperature that you should start your nanoplasty, and also the amount of products that will be suitable for you to proceed with the proper nanoplasty results. First thing that we need to understand, I want to make sure that you guys have this very clear in your mind. First, nanoplasty is not keratin. So the amount of keratin products that you are using right now would differ to the amount that you are going to use on nanoplasty. So if for keratin, you say, oh, I've used 20 mils for very, very long hair because you can emulsify the solution. You know, you're going to create a build-up if you leave solution on, blah, blah, blah. This is not going to happen on nanoplasty. So this is something that you need to remind when you are doing a nanoplasty solution. The amount of products that you are applying on the hair really matters. It really matters because you need to make sure that the fiber has enough products. It's like color. If you don't apply enough color on the hair, if you let the hair, oh, I'm gonna save some color product, I'm gonna do this and that, you're gonna have a different outcome, different than what we planned for you or what we teach you on how to achieve. So every time you're doing a nanoplasty, you need to have in mind, I need to saturate this fiber. I need to make this fiber wet because this is going to compromise the final result. If you don't have enough product on the hair, you're gonna have a compromise, you're gonna compromise the final result. And there is a very easy way, but what I'm here to say, it's not something very obvious. Oh yeah, if the fiber doesn't look saturated, just put a little bit more. Some hair types would require you to use a lot of product. But then pay attention on this because this is very important. So if you are doing 2-3 things at the same time, please just wait. Okay, just wait for a little bit. I promise you there will be 5 minutes that is going to be worth it for your career as a nanoplast specialist, as a nanoplast educator, as a nanoplast applicator, as a nanoplast stylist. Okay, if the hair, pay attention because this is very key, this is very advanced. If the hair is absorbing a lot of products, if the hair is absorbing a lot of product, it's a big sign of dehydration. And if the hair is really dehydrated, you need to follow the protocol of the pre-treatment. I'm gonna repeat it again. If you start the application and you didn't identify that the hair is really dry, but then you start passing the product and the product feels like, oh, it's disappearing. What's going on? It's disappearing. What's going on? It's a big sign for you that the hair was previously platinum. Big deal. Or the hair is really dehydrated. And if that's the case, you're gonna miss out big time of doing the pre-treatment. Big time. So this is something that I need you guys to have in your mind, because sometimes you're gonna have a calculation. Okay, this is the amount of products that I'm gonna use. You may not use that amount of products for every hair type. Some hair types you will think, I'm going to use 80 mils max on this hair. And you end up using 150. And you're like, what the hell? Why this hair is absorbing so much? It's a big sign that the hair is dehydrated. Let me tell you what happened once. There was a really nice salon, a very cute group. Oh my God, I love them. And I went to give them training. I don't know where, if it was Canberra or Newcastle, I don't remember. So I drove all the way there. Let me tell you, it's 3 hours driving. 3 hours driving. They've done everything right for this girl. And they said, it's still wavy in the middle. I don't know what to do. This was right in the beginning when I started, when I had time to go and visit, you know, the salons. Now the technicians does this amazing work for us. So as soon as this lady came in, her hair was straightened because she had washed, blast dried and straightened. As soon as I saw her hair, I was like, this hair looks pretty normal. You know what I mean? Pretty normal. Okay. It doesn't look any different than normal hair. All right. I grab the hair. I grab the W1 from the bowl and I pass it through. The hair done. Disappeared. The product disappeared. The hair feels dry. And I say, wow. Wow. This hair is going to absorb a lot of product. If I don't do something now, I'm going to be using half liter on this hair. So I asked her, hey, darling, hi, darling. Let me know a little bit more about the history of your hair. Oh, I had some few highlights here and there. And I was like, okay, I got it. I know the few highlights. I know every time they say few highlights, platinum. Every time. I say, can I see a photo of your hair? You know, I want to see how beautiful it looked. When she showed me the photo, her hair looked like my shirt. You know, it was snowing. White. She was Frozen. She was, what's her name? Elsa. She was Elsa from Frozen. And then I say, honey, your hair was platinum before. Wow, it looks beautiful. But that's why your hair is thirsty, dehydrated. Oh my God, Sahara Desert. We need to give some hydration to this hair. So what I've done, I mixed the rest of the hair with water. I applied the macadamia serum. Then I started the W1 application. Otherwise, I would use half of the bottle on her head. So this is something that you guys need to pay attention when you're doing the application. The hair needs to feel wet. The hair needs to feel wet and moist the whole hour. You are not supposed to leave the hair dry or under the heat while you have the processing time. This is a big deal, a big deal for you to make sure that you're going to have the proper result afterwards. So once you do the application, you tap the hair and the hair is going to bounce back a sound for you. You tap the hair and you feel that creamy side. So you know that it's enough. And then after half an hour, you go back and you check the bun. If the bun feels moist, good. It's a good sign. It means that the product penetrated the hair, but there is still product on the outside, so the product doesn't disappear from the hair. It means that the oils will be able to cover, the fiber will be able to do the work, you know, of the oils on the formula. So every time you apply the product on the hair, it's not the time for you to save product. You know what I mean? Obviously that I don't want you to be using more than 200 mils for anyone. I don't believe any hair needs more than 200 mils of product. But if you get a really coarse, really long, extra long, really long Rapunzel, and you have to apply the product on, you will definitely be using more than 200 mils. You know what I mean? To saturate an extremely long Rapunzel's hair. But if it's a normal hair, if it's not a really extra long and thick and buffy, you don't need to. If you are using way more than that, if you are using more than 200 mils, you are wasting product and you are cutting your profits on the product. But if you are using 20 mils for a long hair, 30 mils for a long hair, you're probably not using enough. And if you are trying to save that much, it's because you're not charging enough. It's because you're having an issue of charging the right amount. You know what I mean? Sam, I think someone came in. No, someone just came into the office. Yeah, sorry. No, I just saw the camera here. We're managing everything from the office. So what I'm trying to say to you is, if you don't apply enough products on the fiber, you're not going to have a satisfactory result. And something even worse can happen. Let me tell you, if you don't apply enough product on the hair and you come back, rinse it out, blast dry, and use the iron in the hair that you didn't apply enough product, you're not going to have a good outcome. You are going to apply an extra amount of heat in the hair that didn't have enough product to process. So this is not going to come out good. The amount of hair, the amount of product to the right amount of hair will guarantee you that when you pass the straightener, you're not going to be burning that fiber. So this is a big deal. Majority of the issues that we have, it's not with the application. It's actually with the temperature of the iron. But this is a big deal because if you don't apply enough product and you come back with the iron, you're not going to have a good outcome. You need to apply the proper amount. So the proper amount will make the hair feel all covered and it will feel moist. You're going to touch and tap the strand and it's going to feel creamy. So there is this little technique that we discovered to teach you that way. All right? Now let's go to the second biggest issue, which is temperature. Oh my God, how much you guys talk about temperature? How much you guys talk about temperature? So let me be very straight in regards to temperature for you. From all the tests that we've been doing on the last 6-7 years, less than 210 degrees, you have lots of chances of only making the hair smooth, not straight. I'm gonna say it again. On the proper straighteners that we recommend, I'm not saying about all the straighteners because sometimes you're gonna listen to what I'm saying and you're gonna get your own straightener and you're gonna put the temperature that you want there and the outcome might not be good. On the straighteners that we recommend, on the straighteners that we sign below and say this one here works amazingly, trust me, I've tested. If you go below 210, most likely you are just going to create a smoothing result, not a straightening result. And then you might be asking, MJ, 210 for a blonde hair might be way, way, way too much. And I will say to you, I agree 100% with you if you are just styling or straightening this hair as normal. But if you are doing a nanoplasty where you took care of the hair, you use the proper treatment, you have done the pre-treatment if you have to, you are safe to use the right temperature. A lot of hairs that comes back with a wave or something, they are missing temperature. They are literally missing temperature. A lot of hair that comes back with a wave or something, they get scared of using the right temperature. So today, I'm gonna give you a kind of baseline for you to understand about what is the right temperature for you to go, right? Let's go. Blonde hair. Any sort of blonde, any color, any tone of blonde. If the hair is very thin, but not really curly, 200 degrees would be fine for this hair. But if the hair is thin, and very, very curly, you will have to go to 110 on temperature to make sure that you're gonna make the hair straight. I can see a lot of amazing results after the iron. I wanna see the results after the wash, because if you are not being able to promote or to give to your clients a very straight result after the wash, you are missing something. And majority of the times will be the heat. So if your results are really good after the iron, but as soon as the client washes at home, they are calling this smoothing because the hair doesn't be straight, you are missing something. You are actually getting the solution and giving the client a keratin result. So we are able to promote a pin straight result after the wash. We are. And I can say that to you because it does. Mayara, let me show you. Helen, sorry. Mayara is just for the family. Got my sister here with me.
Hello.
Hello. She's going to show her hair for you guys. It's a blonde hair, bleached hair, straightened hair. And let me show you the back. This is the results that you should be promoting and giving to your clients after the wash. This is the result. If you post this after the iron, that's great. Your client will be very happy. But you are missing out this. You are missing out big time. Thank you so much, Ellen, for being the model. So let me see, Rana Mosma Makeup. How many taps do we need to do to tap the hair for the blonde hair? Shall we do until see it shine? Okay, so you're talking about the temperature, right? Okay, so you're talking about temperature, I assume. And then Tyro is saying, can you repeat the temperature again, please? Yes, I can. So let's go to the temperature. I'm talking about here the full nanoplasty result. You know that our solution can be a smoothing result and a straightening result, right? Depending on the temperature. I'm talking about now for the full nanoplasty result. When you wash the hair and you blast dry the hair and it's 100% straight, as my sister Ellen, you just saw her hair, right? So this is this is what I'm talking about now. Okay, when you do a blonde hair that it's very fine, a blonde and very fine, and it's just wavy, it's not really coarse or really, you know, curly or anything like that, 200 degrees will be the right temperature on the straightener that I recommend. And I'm going to explain to you why. There is only a few certain straighteners that we recommend. I wish with all my strength to be able to recommend to you guys any straightener. I wish I could do that. I wish I could say buy any straightener, go to Kmart, find a $15 straightener and do it. Nanoplasty. It will be amazing, trust me. That's not the reality, unfortunately. So majority of the straighteners that you are using today, and I'm not saying that because I own the straightener. That's not the case. That's definitely not the case. The straighteners today that you are using, they have a temperature variation. So they are high, oops, low, high, low. What happened to that is you pass the straightener on the hair, inside of the straightener there is a variation of temperature happening. And you know why the brands do that way? So when you pass the straightener on the hair and you curl it, every time the straightener stops, if they don't have this safety variation, the straightener will burn your hair or your client's hair. When you buy a professional straightener, and it can be any professional straightener, the variation inside of the straightener, it's minimal. You barely see it. So when you pass the straightener on the hair receives the temperature from the top to the bottom, exactly the same. they don't receive a different variation. So if you are using the straighteners we recommend, or if you are using a professional straightener for straightening, 200 degrees for blonde, fine and wavy, not really coarse or really frizzy, would be fine. If you are doing a blonde hair that it's very, very curly or very, very frizzy and medium to fine, you're gonna go from 210 to 230 sometimes. What will allow you to use higher temperature is, first, the amount of pigment that we have in the product, and also how hydrated the hair is. If the hair is really dehydrated, as soon as you pass the straightener, what's gonna happen? The hair will become warmer. So what will allow you to go higher in temperature is the amount of hydration on the hair and the amount of pigment. That's what you need to have in mind. If the blonde hair is hydrated because you've done the pre-treatment, the blonde hair has enough pigment, you can go high without making the hair brassy. And you know why I'm saying that? Because, let me show you. I'm gonna show you a blonde hair that I've done in Brisbane, in Gold Coast actually. Let me see if I found her. Her hair was stunning, and I'm gonna tell you what is the temperature that I've used on her, okay? You're gonna get crazy when I tell you what the temperature I've used on her. Let me tell you. Trying to find her, where is she? I'm gonna ask my team to upload, I can't find it. But I've used on her 250 degrees. Very coarse, very bleached hair, 250. And it sounds crazy. That's crazy. This is gonna dehydrate and damage to her hair, blah, blah, blah. Let me tell you which temperature I use on my hair to do nanoplasty. You all can see that my hair is really fine. I've got a really fine hair. This is not natural. My family, my dad's family, has the unpleasure. Pai, vem cá. Você vai aparecer na live aqui, tá? Look at my father. Vem aqui, aparece, dá oi.
Oi.
He's bald. No hair. No hair on him. They say that we look alike. Eles falam que a gente se parece. Do you guys think we look alike? Obrigada. Te amo.
Vamos pegar os crianças?
Eu pode pegar, pai. We look alike. And my whole father's family is bald and very thin hair. So unfortunately, I inherited the thin hair. Not the baldness, but the thin hair. So you know which temperature I use on my hair? Because don't be fooled by seeing this hair straight. This hair, it's a frizzy ball. Really, 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 really curly. Really curly. From the roots, my hair starts like this. It starts curling right here at the roots. So I use on my hair 210 degrees on the bleached side. 210. This is a lot of temperature for thin hair, but it's a resistant hair. It's very curly. If I don't use the proper temperature, I don't get the hair straight. I get the hair smooth. Depending on what your client wants, you manipulate that. So I'm here to say, you are scared of using the heat and you are missing out great results. Absolutely great results. You are missing out big, big, big time when you don't use the proper temperature. Because this is what happens in the roll when you don't use the proper temperature. Now I've got a question, as I have a lot of nanoplasty specialists in this live today. Tell me, do you guys had a situation where you used not enough heat, and then after when you went and done the enough heat, you know, the higher heat that was requested for that hair type, you felt like Why I didn't go high before? Do you guys have this feeling? Please tell me, especially Cherie, Danny, that are always here on the live with us. Tell me if you had this situation before, because I feel that there is a lot of specialists out there, a lot of nice hairdressers using our solution that are just treating this solution as a keratin. Today, I was troubleshooting somebody on the WhatsApp message, and seriously, everything was wrong. Everything was wrong. She started, I washed the hair, then I left it on for 1 hour, then I got a bottle of water and I rinsed it out the excess. And then I dry the hair full of product, and then I iron the hair with GHD, and then I ask her to go home and wash after 2 days. I was hearing this and I was just like, my body was shaking. I was like, why? Everything wrong. Why, my darling? You're following everything different than what I teach you. I would fear the hair from turning bright yellow or brassy. I absolutely agree with you, Rana. You should fear that. But then you need to try to go high before fear something that maybe not happen. You know what I mean? So on my hair, we start on 190 and we try to go high. The hair responds to you. If the hair will go brassy, it's not gonna go bright, brassy on the first pass. It's gonna go, if you go over and over and over, you know what I mean? And then you're gonna mess up maybe one single strand. And then after that, just tone this strand to fix the color. You know what I mean? It's better to not test and not try. And I feel that a lot of people go on that direction. They don't try. Try to go high. The hair will tell you when you have to go down. So an exercise that you're gonna do on the next nanoplasty is, I love watching your tutorials, MJ. You are so informative and real. Thank you so much. I'm gonna be in Cairns on Monday. I hope I will see you guys there. I'm gonna have a look and learn on Monday, and I'm so excited for this look and learn. It's raining in Sydney, so I really wanna go. With nanoplasty, no way things go wrong with my experience. You can go wrong if you go a lot of heat, or if you leave the hair really damaged without any pre-treatment. You can go wrong in the fact of the hair will not sustain, you know, the heat when the hair is really damaged. But there is very minimal chances of things going wrong, you know, with nanoplasty, to be honest. Everyone that comes in and say, my hair is destroyed, as soon as I ask, what is the brand? They tell that it's not my brand. And I'm like, oh, why? Anyway, so an exercise that you're gonna go from now on is, when you're doing a nanoplasty, you're gonna do this first strand here, because it's always a short bit, you know, this down here. So you're not gonna test on this, because this is not the truth. You're gonna test on the second strand. You're gonna go the second strand, remember, not gonna be very thin, a thicker strand. You're gonna do the second strand. You're gonna go the temperature that you think that it's good. And then you're gonna do like this with a straightener. Let me try a little bit higher. Go higher. And then you're gonna pass on that same strand. And you see how the hair reacted. If you see that the hair is fine, it looks shiny, it's a sign for you that it's the right temperature. But if you pass the straightener twice, 3 times, and you feel that the ends are becoming a bit crunchy, it's your sign, go down. This is what I want you guys to do from now on, okay? I want you guys to try. The hair will not become damaged, dehydrated. Oh my God, no, this is not gonna happen if you do that in one strand. And it's simple. The hair is behaving in a way that it's not good, go down. Unfortunately, I can't get out of my salon, but I already ordered the starter kit. Yes, I'm so happy for you guys. Please, if you have any issues, let us know. If you need any help. Danny said you have the best support with Floractive. Continue the lives, look and learn, Nanoplasty specialist course. Knowledge is power. Danny, I love you from the bottom of my heart. You're so amazing. Thank you for always advertising for us. So I want you guys to try. I want you guys to test, and I want you guys to not fear. Because as I'm saying to you, we've done that before many and several times. But I don't want you guys go just from the top of your head. If the hair is dehydrated or damaged, you need to fix that first, because this is your path to use higher heat safely. I'm gonna repeat that again. If the hair is dehydrated or damaged, you will have to do the pre-treatment before trying to go in a higher temperature, because that would be your way to go to not use higher heat. If you haven't treated the hair, if the hair is really damaged, dehydrated, and you haven't done anything to protect this hair, you're not allowed to go high on temperature. But if you've done everything, I've treated the hair, I've used the proper solution, I've used the purple solution, then it's your way to go. All right? I'll see you guys then tomorrow, no, on Thursday, 12 p.m. with another SOS Flora, and I hope to see you guys there. If you have any question, let us know. I love you all. See you guys next Thursday on our SOS Flora. Bye.